Hey, good morning. It is Monday, July 29th, I do believe, 2024. And we are in, I have no idea what number of day we're in for the 100-day challenge. We're in the middle of it pretty much. The 100-day challenge. The reason why I'm doing this, one crazy idea that I created. Don't know what I was thinking. 100 days in a row. Oh my goodness. But the great side of it is you get to meet these amazing people. And today we've got one. Our first ever advocate for the 2024 now honors, Miss Lady Dame Shanida Wray is out there. What's happening, Shanida?
Hello, hi. How you doing? Hello, everyone. Hello, Tigo the Great. How are you today?
Oh, I love that. I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt. Tigo the Great. Here we go.
Absolutely.
You're amazing. People say to me, when do you sleep? And I
Mm,
think about people like you and Shatira, and I go, when do they sleep? You are always going. You have organizations that are helping children. You're doing giveaways. I see you on stages. You just got knighted. You're just having a blast. Is this one of the best years of your life?
It is absolutely one of the best years, mind blowing years of my life, Tigo. God is so good. Like, I just woke up and sometimes I lay in the bed. I'm like, how did this happen? Like, who am I? But it's just so amazing because I do it from my heart. I've been doing it for years. And when somebody takes time just to honor you or acknowledge you, you know, it does make your heart feel a lot greater.
It's always great. It makes my heart feel great to give back to great people that are giving back. It's like watching that love just flow is amazing to me. But now I got to ask you something you didn't know I was going to ask. What was it like to see your face in New York City in Times Square?
Tigo, that was like the young folks say, bananas, right? I'm just okay, so this is things that we've seen on I've only seen this on TV. And I remember a couple of years ago, I went to New York to visit, and I remember just looking at the lights, just like, wow, wow. Never in a million years would I've ever thought that my face would be on there, me and amazing other women. So, Tigo, thank you so much for the opportunity and the acknowledgement. And also a shout out to Lady Dame Dr. Shatira Wilkes as well for just putting us in connection with each other. So I am forever grateful.
She is an amazing conduit to connect great people to great people. It just amazes me, and with everything she's got going on, it's like,
Yeah.
when do you have time to make a phone call? And then I saw her recently, you do monthly giveaways. You're
Yes.
connected with Amazon and amazing organizations. And I think she gave away like 200 chicken dinners or something last month, correct?
She absolutely did. We've been doing this for maybe a year now. And with our church, Activate Church, shout out to Activate Church on the south side of Chicago, 77th and Kedzie. And we have partnered with Amazon where every month we give away packages. So when I tell you they are getting electronic um, vacuums, deep fryers, crystal chandeliers, you name it, they are getting it. And so when Lady Dame Shatira seen it, she said, you know what, I have to partner with you guys. And initially, she was giving 100 chicken dinners. And then as she was there, she just felt the movement. The lines just kept moving. People kept coming. And she ended up giving away close to 300 meals.
Ooh, but that's her. That's just her
That's
style, man.
her.
That's
And I
just
kept
her
saying,
style.
no, no, no. You said 100. She's like, no, keep it going. Keep it going. Who's going to stop me? I own it. I said, well, all right.
All righty then. Yeah, she is a franchisor. She's the first
Yes,
ever
she is.
franchisor
Of
I have
Chicago
ever
Chicken
met.
Shack.
Oh, Chicago's
Amazing.
Chicken Shot. It's amazing. All right. I gotta ask you, what made you decide to start doing this monthly giveaway? And how long do you plan on continuing it? Is it only for this year? Or is it until you decide, okay, we can't do it anymore?
We're going to continue to carry this out. We have heard the need of our community, the need. We have literally took the time. We have an amazing staff within our organization. One of our elders, Shakita Starks, so she's going to pass out when she sees this, but she has been such a great instrument in helping orchestrate this every single month. And we have literally took time to hear the need of our community. It's one thing just to be placed there, but when you're placed there asking God, what is my purpose? And we have heard from the children to the seniors, they need this, from the testimonials that come in every week, from the emails to the phone calls. So as long as we have strength in our bodies and God gives us the resources, we are going to continue to do it. And every month we want to reach. Last month we reached close to 3,000 families. This month our aim is 4,000.
I want to ask you because I'm sure someone is watching right now and they're wondering when and where, if they can start doing something like this in their community. How do you get started with this? I mean, you don't just get up one day and say, hey, I'm going to call Amazon and tell them to drop a few $1,000s worth of stuff in my backyard. So, how do you get started just being able to help your block or
Yeah.
your school?
Yeah. I say always start with what you can. When we first started this initially, my older sister, rest her soul in peace, we just started off with what we could do at that time. And that was with water bottles. So we just passed out water bottles and we went out
Oh,
there to
wow.
clean our community. So we literally were in blocks, we were on streets with brooms, rakes, and cleaning the community. So you had, the singers coming out, what are you doing? I'm like, no problem, ma'am. We're just cleaning the community. And they're like, really? Who are you guys? And we're like, we're just God's helpers. And so we passed out waters and stuff like that. And then as we grew, and as we really started to become a staple in the community, then we really start to build an amazing relationship with our aldermen. So that's the next thing that I would always say. Go to your alderman. Make sure that you go to those city town meetings. Make sure that they know you. Make sure that you have names, you have phone numbers, and we have to connect. We have to connect.
Now, for people that don't know, Chicago is my hometown, and I know what an alderman is. But in a lot of places in America, we don't have them. So go to your local representative,
Yes.
Congress,
Yeah.
senator, you know, community block leaders. You'd be surprised what'll happen with a community
Yes.
block leader. Now, you mentioned your sister, and I know that's your heart. And your other sister's probably watching. I'm saying, hey.
Yes. Hi, Naomi. Shout out to the best baby sister, Naomi Ray. That's my right hand.
There you go. Your sister helped you start this whole movement, and you both lost your sister. How
Yes.
did that? You said something about Bernie Mac, and it's the same problem that Bernie Mac went through, right? The same medical condition. What
Absolutely.
is that?
Okay, so my sister, Giselle Ray Lindley, she was formerly known as, and dearly known as Auntie Gigi. That's how a lot of people know her. She passed away October 1st, 2022, to sarcoidosis. And sarcoidosis is basically an autoimmune disease that attacks the autoimmune. So, unlike any other disease, we use our autoimmune to fight off or to receive the medicine or treatment. But unfortunately, the tricky thing about sarcoidosis is that it attacks your autoimmune. So even though they're giving you the
Wow.
treatment, your autoimmune is rejecting it. So it was an uphill battle for about 2.5 years. And, she went home to be with the Lord at the age of 46 years old. And when I tell you, I hear a lot of people say this, but the world stopped. The world really stopped for that moment. And of course, everything is spending. I'm just like, my minds, my parents. She has a family, and I'm just like, what do we do? And I took
Right.
those tears and I took that pain and I said, she's one thing she's taught me, your pain has to be your purpose. She was like, a lot of people always say, what is your purpose? I'm just living. What is my purpose? I don't know. She has always said, look at your pain. And I'm like, huh? She said, because it's usually the area that you're like fault the most in is the area that God wants to use to push you into your purpose. So your pain will pretty much promote your purpose. So then I sat down and I said, okay. I reached out to a good friend of mine, Jeremiah Frazier, and he connected me with the Bernie Mac Foundation. And since then, we have worked together, and I've been supporting the foundation to find a cure. In 2024, there's no cure. Literally, when the
Wow.
doctors told my sister she had sarcoidosis, the look on their face of like, what do we do? And I'm just like, okay, treat it. And it's just like, it's not that, it's not that easy. It's complicated. So we have met with doctors since the Bernie Max Foundation has, and we've been really working together. And they having a great team of doctors from across the world that have pretty much dedicated their lives and their studies to making sure that this disease is eradicated. So I stand 10 toes, 100% down with the Bernie Mac Foundation and their amazing family. And his wife is just so precious.
Yeah, I was a huge, still am, Bernie Mac fan, and
Yeah.
I watched a documentary on him not too long ago, and he was a family man. He didn't mess around in Hollywood. When he was done, he went home. He was like, "This is a job. I'm not hanging around with y'all." And I was a huge fan of his, and I would anything I can do, absolutely count me in because for everything that you do, because I think you are absolutely amazing. If I can come cover something or
Yes.
connect you with someone, anything we can do to help, absolutely. And hopefully when somebody is watching this in 2035 going, what are they talking about? There's a cure already, but I've got to ask you, and wait, we got to say hey to Sir James Dixon because he's out there saying, hey, to Sir James Dixon. But I got to ask you, when a family member passes and you're doing something of a nonprofit status, you're doing community advocacy, and that family member who is your ride or die doing all of that passes, usually the family stops. They, okay, now we got to worry about us.
Yeah.
You didn't. Why?
She would not let me. She would not let me. And I've learned, in my Christian faith that she is with the Lord. So she is definitely watching. And I have to be accountable. I have to be accountable. On that day in 100 years, I know that her legacy was fulfilled and she did an amazing job. So now I have to make sure that my legacy is fulfilled. I have to carry this out because just because she passed away, the legacy continues.
I love that.
The
I love
legacy
that. Speaking
continues.
of continuing, okay, you're doing Amazon. That's huge. You
Yes.
know, you got amazing restaurants supporting you. That's huge. You got a wonderful church behind you. But
Yes.
then you decide kids are going back to school. We didn't do a back to school program. Okay, now you're just showing out. What are you doing?
Okay, so anyone who knows us knows that our number one, our first love is children. We've been in the early childhood field for over 20 years. We have 4 locations on the southeast side of Chicago where we serve underserviced children within the city of Chicago. And we provide some of the most amazing quality care. We are a Head Start Delegate Agency. We are NACE accredited. We service over 434 children and we employ over 118 employees at the time. So, with that being
Wow.
said, that's always been dear to our heart. Children, families. So, when we had this opportunity, once again, shout out to my right hand, Shakita Starks Curry. I talked to her and I said, we got to do something. Yes, we're doing the Amazon. Yes, we're reaching 3,000, 2,000 families. But, my heart is these babies, of course, right? So, what can we
Of course.
do? So, shout out to our alderman of the 18th Ward, Derek Curtis. When we called him and say, listen, we need to collaborate. He did not think twice. He sent us 100 book bags. So then I started to go to Amazon. No, I'm sorry. I started to go to Walmart and start shopping. And she said, no, these book bags are loaded. I said, loaded?
Ah,
She said, they have calculators, notepads. I'm like, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. And then, of course, in connection with that, I ended up calling one of my good friends. He's the non-for-profit owner of Taste for the Homeless. I made a call to him. He's sending out characters. He's cooking the food, hot dogs, hamburgers, and literally everybody is just coming together for the greater good. So that just blesses my heart.
you're amazing. I know. I've known you maybe, I don't know, 6 months, but the first conversation we had, that was supposed to be 5 minutes. I believe we did an hour. You
Yes.
know, immediately family, and it's awesome. I know you're a planner. I know you're a big visionary. What's coming in the next 5 years?
Woo. In the next 5 years on an island on the yacht. No, no, no. Okay.
She says retirement.
I'm tired. In the next 5 years, to make sure that this legacy, right, this dream, is carried out. One thing about why we got into this is because my sister was a victim of molestation from a babysitter.
Mm.
So this hits different for us. You know, you have to understand your why. Not only she, but myself was molested as a younger child. So I took that pain and I found my purpose, right? So instead of becoming another statistic or bitter, I said, Lord, allow this to make me better. So, like the young folks say, it hit different. So, when I'm out there and we are providing a safe haven for children, I come from parents who are immigrants. They came over from the Republic of Panama. Shout out to my amazing parents, Esteban and Isabel Ray. I know they're probably here watching, but they have really just installed so much in us. So, in the next 5 years, I would love to grow this even bigger, take it international, and I mean, maybe a little Lady Dame Shanida Wray. I don't know. Definitely married by then.
Awesome. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it. Uh-oh, look out. I'll be an auntie.
Hint,
It's
hint,
okay, Auntie
hint,
Tigo.
hint.
Auntie Tigo. And you may not know this, but our one of our mentors, health and wellness mentor, is your now sister is from Panama. And you'll meet her in October.
Oh,
Coach Doris Coakley, you'll meet her. So you guys are gonna you're gonna see each other talk and be in the hallway. We're gonna have to go find you, but just don't get lost. But you're amazing. Everything you do, I'm sending big hugs to you. You know, you're so open and you're so caring. And I know that even though you have the title of lady and dame, it's like you're one of the easiest people to talk to. And people will come up to you. You attract people, just like Shatira. You guys attract people, and you're in. What can I do for you? How can I serve? That is the first thing out of your mouth. I want to tell you, I am so proud to have you be our first ever advocate for 2024 Now Honors in the Power of Pink. How excited are you? We're getting close. We're getting close. What are you thinking?
I'm just thinking like, wow, I'm so excited. I'm just like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I wear? What do I say? And it's, but I'm just so excited to just meet the other amazing Now Honor nominees and to continue to network, and then we could just share ideas. And I do have to make a correction. I said that I was a victim. No, I am a victor of
There you go.
being molested, because I know someone there is watching and we are not victims. So listen, take that pain, allow God to show you your purpose in that, because greater is good. Okay, greater is ahead. Greater is ahead. That does not determine who you are. It does not speak to your value. Take the power from it and run with it. So whoever that is, if that's for you, that's in anything in your life, whatever. It may not be going the way you may want it to go. It may not look the same, but I promise you, if you hold on, my mantra I live by: God is in control.
I know that without heels, you're about 5'5", 5'6", somewhere in there, but over 5 feet of you is all heart. And I want to thank you for everything that you do. Welcome to the class of 24. The ladies like calling themselves the class of. So you are the class of 24. And who knows, we might put that billboard back up in Times Square before we do this in October. Let's see what we can do to make some magic. You're absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see you in October. And you're the best.
Thank you so much, Tigo. And I had to take time to honor you. Okay. You give so many people, so many women their flowers, but I want to take this time to say thank you, and that you are such an amazing, you are such just a beacon of light and hope, and you are who we all should aspire to be. So thank you for everything that you have been through to allow, this platform to be birthed out of you. So continue the great work that you are doing. We are your cheerleaders, and we're so proud of you.
Thank you so much, sis. You're amazing. All right, we got to get out of here. I know she's got 1,000 things to do and a million book bags to give away. You know what? Shanida Wray, Lady Dame Shanida Wray, is one of millions out there in the world that are helping billions make things happen. And I want to thank her so much. If you want to know more about everything that she's doing in Chicago, you know what to do. Go to Tigo Direct, type in her name, type in Chicago. She's coming up. Reach out and say, hey, how can I help? What can I do? I want to give away food at your next giveaway. Whatever it is you want to do, I'm sure she can help you make that happen and change some lives in the community, especially the young lives. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You know I want you to come back next time. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you, yeah, you know, tomorrow. Have a great day.